You know, we go down to the adopting home through the holidays.
Yeah.
And we got down there. I saw 4 little children standing in line. And they had an old lady standing up behind them trying to adopt all 4 of the little children.
All 4.
Trying to keep the little family together.
Lord have mercy. Please help us, Lord.
Because of the little stuff they call crack cocaine. The children, mother and father,
Come on.
they got on this drug so bad unto the welfare. Went and took these little children from their parents. But that little oldest child, y'all, had always kept the other 3 little children. The little baby child from her. She began to talk to the little baby. And these are some of the words that she said. I may not get a chance to hold you in this world again. I may not even get a chance to see you again. But she said, you know, a preacher used to come by here all the time, telling me about another world. I hope to see you in this world again. I want you to know one thing. It didn't stop there, y'all. They took me on down the hall a little further where the little blind children is at. And when I got there, y'all, the little blind boy, about 12 or 13 years old, I walked up to him and handed his toy. He said, Miss Pittman, I've never seen you in my life before. But I heard you sing. He said, I know I can't see this little toy that you're giving to me.
Come on now, mama. Come on now.
But would you please